Muy buenas tardes, mi gente. Today is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. Ya empezamos el mes, one more month, and it is officially half of the year. Aquí con ustedes, la Comadre B with another episode of Comadreando aquí y con café. I would like to do my saludos. I know I was trying to do it backwards, pero no me sabe igual. So, hi mom. Hi to all my regulars, and if you are new here, please like, subscribe, and hit that little bell. I have pretty much daily uploads, and I am also on Spotify. You can find me there under Comadreando by La Comadre B. So give that a listen if you rather. Y pues here it is. Like I mentioned on yesterday's episode, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So it runs through the entire month of May. I decided to put together a few cases where mental health was a big factor to these cases. It's a real reality, guys, that we all live in, and it is a harsh one because no matter how much help you get or how trained you think you are, mental health, mental illness, anything that has to do with mental is something that pretty much every human struggles with. The mental health, mental illness umbrella spreads so wide. There's so many disorders that go hand in hand or go in this whole umbrella, like I mentioned. You have depression, which is a big one, and anxiety. Those are the leads. You have personality border disorder. You have PTSD, schizophrenia. You have eating disorders. And, there is a large list that can go on and on. These are just that I can think off the top of my head. I was reading that 1 in 8 people in the world suffer from a mental disorder such as these. That is 1 out of 8 in the world, guys. Like, this is a more serious topic episode, so it's something to think about because, once again, like I said, these numbers are huge. People from all walks of life have these disorders. They go through these episodes. They have these problems. And it's quite alarming because 1 out of 8 people sitting in a classroom, it's like 4 people alone, depending on the size. That is a whole lot of people, and like I said, it's everywhere around the world. On kids alone, anxiety rates are 5.8 million worldwide. That's just in children with anxiety. With depression, those rates are 2.7 million around the world again. And these numbers are in children only, ranking from about 2 years old to 17. Those numbers are huge, guys. They are big. As parents, you know your children, you know what's up when they're out of character. So reach out a little bit, get involved a little bit more. Obviously, I don't know what your personal situations are. These are just tips that I'm saying on, a personal level from La Comadre to you guys. Because once again, there's issues everywhere. Here in my household alone, my 11-year-old, she's a roller coaster. And I reach out, I talk, this and that, and it just seems like at times there's no getting to her. So if you can help your child get diagnosed with maybe a disorder they might have, bipolar, the personality border syndrome, get them the help. It is out there. If you look up resources, ask questions. At times that's all we can do, especially when we are uneducated. And I hate to use that term, but when it's something we don't know much about, that is the correct term to use. We are uneducated, so ask the questions, get the help, ask some more questions, talk to other people, get opinions. People always learn from other people's personal experiences. It ain't to be chismosos like, hey, ¿qué pasó? No, it's to compare and to ask and see, how did you get through this issue, or, how did you get the help? It is always good to talk, guys. I know sometimes things can be embarrassing, or simply, again, you don't want to be judged. First of all, like I always say, judging is for perfect people. We don't do that here. Please just ask around, get an opinion, get a second opinion, get all the opinions you guys can. If it's help for yourself, even more so. If it's help for your child or a loved one, sigan the same routine. Ask these questions, doctors, appointments, specialists, you name it, guys. The help is out there. Resources are out there. It's just about getting the correct help that you need. All these disorders, they get a hold of you. Big issues that come with all these are significant disturbance in thinking. Obviously, that's why a lot of, unfortunate events come from situations like this. They attack your emotional regulation or behavior, so you're like totally off character. And again, these are all traits that come with having these disorders. You need the help. You also start getting impairment with functioning. So that all this goes hand in hand, guys. All of this is serious. And, again, get that help. Get out of that funk. I personally, when I get into this little situation where I overthink and I start getting very depressed, because believe it or not, I do suffer from depression, but I am just constantly on myself. I do a lot of hands-on arts and crafts, I would say. I write a whole lot. I read a whole lot. And that just comes personally for me because I myself haven't had lots of people that I can talk to. The circle of friends I used to have, that's why I no longer have. You can't really rely on people for certain issues that you're having because everybody dusts you off like you're just being dramatic, you're full of shit, or simply get over it. I would like to take this personal moment here to thank a really good friend of mine, Liliana. She has been there for me since I've met her. We have a short-term friendship, but it's a good friendship. And I can tell her all my issues without judgment, without the 2 cents, without none of that. And I really appreciate that because at times where I didn't know what else to do, she was right there helping me out. She's, giving me reflection gifts that I was able to read through, and they really got me through a really dark time that I was going through. So thank you very much. It's as simple as that, be a pal. If you know you have a friend going through situations, an issue, a problem, for you it might not be a big thing. Like I said, you're sitting here, oh my God, they're so dramatic. Every mind is a world. Every person is different. Every problem affects everybody differently. So just, again, be a pal. Open your ear. Listen up. Don't judge. Give your opinion as in your opinion what you would possibly do. But have sympathy with people. Because I know it's very hard to open up to people. And if somebody has that trust in you to open up and tell you what is going on, just please listen. You can possibly be helping a bigger problem later on down the road. The statistics behind having a mental condition or a mental disorder are very big. So, like I said, if you need the help, it's as simple as your fingertips. You can dial 988 on your phone, and you have that hotline there for you, ready to listen, ready to help. There is also a study that showed that in the year 2020, both anxiety and depression skyrocketed with numbers, obviously behind the whole COVID-19 pandemic. So, yeah, there's these big factors in losing your jobs, being homeless, just the stress of knowing you can't provide. There's just a bunch behind these numbers that obviously went high due to this pandemic. It really messed everybody up. I know a lot of people that are still trying to catch up And it's already been close to 4 years. So yeah, situations happen. It's just about trying to get a grip and controlling those emotions. Again, guys, out of your phone, if you have these thoughts, if you need the help, if you just need to talk to somebody that you don't know, that you feel more comfortable talking to, just dial 988 out of your phone. That is the suicide and crisis line. They are there 24/7 and somebody is always willing to help you guys. The last 3 tips for you guys are reach out, connect with a loved one, and express your feelings. Again, no hay nada de por qué dar vergüenza. We all have problems. It's just human nature. You live, you have an issue. It's how we move to solve these problems and make it something of the past. Alright guys, before I get into the story I want to share with you guys today, if you haven't noticed, obviously this episode is intended for adults and mature audiences. I will be showing 2 videos and they are very graphic, so you have been apprised, guys. This is your warning. So this story goes back to last month, March. There was a video surfacing the social medias. I seen it on Instagram, and there was a young girl, the age 17, that went into the sheriff's department in the city of Industry, and she apparently shot herself. Okay, when this video broke out and they were showing footage, it looks like it was taken via a helicopter because it was top view and you can see the body laid out and the blood. I have the video here.
Breaking news in the city of Industry. SkyCal is over the scene live here of a shooting inside an LA County Sheriff's Station on Hudson Avenue.
Yeah, the scene very gruesome there. The department tells us a woman got into an altercation with a deputy in the lobby of that station, and the woman managed to get a hold of the deputy's gun and then fatally shot herself.
Yeah, I know. Very, very, like, wow, right? Okay. There was a lot of comments on the string of comments, and everybody's like, yeah, right, where's the surveillance video inside, blah blah blah, dirty cops. You guys can imagine everything going on, right? There is a bunch of nasty comments there. Okay, supposedly that day, I believe it was a Sunday, they didn't know what the heck happened. How the hell did this young girl just walk in there and grab the sheriff's gun and shoot herself, this and that? There wasn't much information, right? The event happened on March 24th of this year, 2024. And the girl that fell victim to herself was a 17-year-old girl by the name of Joanna Gonzalez. Okay, it is said that a few minutes before this situation happened, there was a domestic home disturbance where she was living at her aunt's house, where the sheriff was called at 7:25 in the evening time. Okay, by the time the sheriff's department got there, because the sheriffs are the ones that service that La Puente, Bassett, Hacienda Heights, La Puente area, Joanna was gone. She left on foot. They had a big argument at home of some sort, and the aunt told the sheriffs that the niece was having a mental health crisis. That's what led to this big blowout. They had to be called because it was just a big situation going on. Like I mentioned, la muchacha se fue caminando. She took off. So, I guess, the cops are talking to the people like they always do. Well, if she comes back, call us back, that kind of stuff. Whatever. That was the end of that. Joanna, while on foot, made her way out to the police station, which was about a mile away. This is the Industry Sheriff's Department. And that's where the second video comes into play. She knocks on the door. I believe the lobby was already closed for the evening. She knocks on the door. The initial report says that 2 deputies came to, answer this door. This video only shows 1 deputy opening the door, and right away the girl grabs the gun, don't even give him a chance, and just as she's angling the gun to herself. It looks like the officer's trying to like struggle with her or whatever. He like hits her in the face. She just shoots herself, and that's the end of that video. Check it out.
New shocking video obtained only by Fox 11 of an ambush, struggle, and shooting Sunday inside a LA County Sheriff's Department station. We're stopping the video here as the 17-year-old girl uses a deputy's gun to fatally shoot herself.
A couple seconds, if you will. All the deputy did was open the door to help somebody. And unfortunately, what occurred.
Watch again as a deputy in the City of Industry casually walks and opens the front door. The teen grabs the deputy's gun from his holster, struggles through 2 punches, and pulls the trigger towards her head, all in just 3 seconds.
It is so horrifying to think that a young girl, obviously she's not huge or a bodybuilder, could overpower this officer and just take his gun, right? It's scary. Anyways, that's what had happened with her. What was the mental crisis she was going through? It doesn't say, but obviously those words were thrown in there. That's why I decided to start, this whole mental awareness series with this clip, because it is horrifying to watch, especially the age of this young girl and myself being a mother. That could have been your child. Once again, I always tell you guys, put yourself in this person's shoes. That could be your daughter. That could be your sister. That is horrifying to see. So Joanna's family situation is that she was being fostered by her aunt and uncle. Her biological father was deceased, and her mother is back home in El Salvador. So she was here staying with them. Again, her whole mental condition wasn't really explained in detail, but obviously she was going through some stuff, which is totally understandable. You have a 17-year-old kid, because 17-year-old, you're a kid, with her mother far away in another country and her father, deceased. I could just imagine the toll it takes on a child. They do say that she was a really good kid, very loving. So, these are just demons we fight with on our own. The family did get an attorney. Her name is Delaney Miller, and they're doing a whole investigation of their own, because once again, the attorney herself says that it's so hard to understand how a child of that size and that physical capability was able to disarm a trained officer with a gun holstered correctly. What happened? Was he caught slipping? I don't know. We don't know. You guys see the videos there, which by the way are courtesy of Channel 11. I do not own the rights to them. But once again, it is a very serious topic, guys. That's why I'm not even out there all excited. It is very dreadful to see, very dreadful to think about it being your personal family going through this horrible loss. So that is what I have for you. Obviously, this case is still under investigation because of all this disarmament and overpowerment over this gun. So, good luck to the officers involved. A lot of people were making comments, why did he hit her? Once again, put yourself in the officer's shoes. You see somebody go for a gun, right away you assume they're going to try to attack you. You want control, you want to stop. We're not judging anybody here. We were not there. All we can do is give our opinions and see what we're watching. That is it. It was all very unfortunate and very, very horrific to watch. I will not stop saying that because it just is. It's unbelievable, Alright guys, con eso los dejo. Tomorrow is another day. We are close to the weekend. Tomorrow is actually Friday's Eve. So yeah guys, be careful out there. Drive careful. Stay safe. Stay sane. Los adoro. Bye.